The G4D Tour marked another historic milestone, as the third event of the 2024 season saw 8 men and 2 women from the gross rankings tee it up for the first time in beautiful Kenya. One of the players teeing it up is Australia's Lachlan Wood. Wood won his maiden G4D title earlier this year in his home country.
That was surreal, so it was great to get a win on home soil, come into it with a fresh body, not travelling too far. Normally for these we travel quite a bit, so that was a nice one to play and have the body in prime shape.
The world number 9 excited to be able to come to exotic locations like Kenya with the G4D Tour.
It's great to come to a new destination like Kenya, obviously so far away from home in a completely different world, but it's amazing to be able to have an event like this in a place like this and showcase all abilities golf to the world and the world of Africa.
And Wood would be going into the final round 3 shots behind overnight leader world number 1 Kip Popert. As the players got ready in the early hours, it was all to play for. Dutchwoman Daphne van Houten managed this excellent par save on the first. But it wasn't to be her week though, as she finished well off the pace. Curtis Barkley, who was born with curvature of the spine, showed off some remarkable short game skill with this bunker shot here at the first. The Canadian with a trio of birdies in his final round, helping him to sole possession of 7th spot. Leg amputee Mike Brown managed a steady final round, and this tee shot to the 13th green showed his notable iron play all week. He would end at 6 over and sole possession of 6th. 1 spot behind Spain's Juan Postigo Arce, who didn't have his best week at Mutaiga Golf Club. Moments like this though at the par 3 13th confirming his status as one of the world's best. American Chris Biggins found himself in thick rough on the par 4 8th. But that was no problem for the man from Atlanta, who brilliantly chipped it onto the green. He would come in 4th, and at 3 over it was a great couple of days for him both on and off the course. A mixed day for major winner Brendan Lawler from Ireland. After struggling off the tee on 18, he would recover and sink this bogey putt to end his tournament in style. He would finish at 2 over and take 3rd spot for the week. But the day became a battle of the final group between Lachlan Wood of Australia and England's Kip Popert. After Wood stuttered at the start with 2 bogeys, Popert had a chance to extend his lead further. This impressive eagle putt approach meant Popert had a chance for birdie. He would tap in with ease to go 4 shots ahead of Wood. 2 more birdies gave Kip a huge 6-shot lead and the difficult task for Wood of catching him. But the Australian wouldn't give up. This skillful up and down on 8 and the resulting par putt would keep the pressure on Kip, who had a nervous par putt himself. The nerve showing as the lead came down to just 5 shots. Further gains from Wood and a couple of bogeys from Popert gave the Australian a glimmer of hope. And on 13 there were only 3 shots in it. The Australian had this birdie chance to really put the pressure on the Englishman, who had another tough par putt. He couldn't sink the birdie putt though, but Popert still had a nervous par putt. He would sink that and impressively keep his cool to keep the lead to 3 shots. Wood wouldn't be able to make up any ground, and coming down 18, Popert had an unassailable lead. The 25-year-old showing the coolest of heads here at 18. With Wood struggling on 18, that left Popert to finish things off in style. A birdie at 18, the perfect way to seal a 9th G4D title in the Kenyan sunshine. And the delight was plain to see.
Yeah, I'm ecstatic. I've put a lot of hard work in, as I mentioned, the last 3-4 weeks in Australia. Been pushing myself and playing against extremely tough competition out there, so had a bit of a kick up the bum. I've got high hopes for my career, and yeah, I'm just really pleased with how I played this week.
Confirmation then of that win, cementing his status as the world's leading golfer with a disability. Australian Wood finished 5 shots back in sole possession of second, with major champion Brendan Lawler in third. So an unforgettable week for all the players. The G4D Tour will now go stateside for the first time for the G4D Tour at the CJ Cup. Byron Nelson.